Ready to go with the answer? We're ready?
Yes, miss.
Read the question for me, Peter.
Miss, read the question, miss.
Yes, my darling.
The cash price of a bicycle is $319.95. It can be brought on hire purchase by making a deposit of $69 and 10 monthly installments of $28.50 each. What number one? What is the total hire purchase price of the bicycle?
All right.
To calculate the difference between the total hire purchase price and the cash price, 3 is express the answers in number 2 above as a percentage of the cash price.
Okay. So quite easy question. So the first part is the cash price of the bicycle is? Cash price of the bicycle is?
$29.19.
Okay, so let's make a note of that. So cash price. You're gonna write I don't want it to look like cost price. So let's write cash price. I'm using my finger, not doing that really good. Look if I have my pen. Cash price equals $319.95. All right. It can be bought on hire purchase by making a deposit of? By making a deposit, okay. So I know that if I'm going to go hire purchase now, hire purchase, I know that for hire purchase, 2 things, and you can write this down. So for hire purchase, you always need a, I don't recall, no, you can go hire purchase because sometimes they have 0 deposit schemes, to be honest, right? So sometimes courts do that thing where you see on their door 0 deposit or no deposit. So you'll have those schemes where you would have no deposit, but majority of time they ask you for a deposit. Well, a lot of times courts have 0 deposit, to be honest. So when you're doing hire purchase, a deposit is required, right? So technically, even when they say 0 deposit, right? It's like the word deposit was mentioned, all right? It's just that this time it's not, you're not being charged anything. So when you're doing hire purchase, a deposit is required and then monthly installments, and then you make monthly installments. So you can write that in the side of your book, an NB note. When doing hire purchase, a deposit is required and then monthly installments. And monthly installments means what? What does monthly installment means?
How much you pay a month or free?
How much you pay per month. Marlon, honey, I was listening to the recording yesterday and I was showing a teacher here the recording. And when I listen to you speaking and I listen to the grade 6 student, there's a big difference. You know what's the difference, honey?
No, miss.
That grade 6 student had more faith in her answers than you do. And you know why you don't have that much faith? Because you've made a lot of mistakes before, right? And maybe how persons responded to you when you make those mistakes makes you a bit shy. But I want you to be bold. And I want you to know that in life you're gonna make a lot of mistakes, but don't let that prevent you from being bold in your answers. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, miss.
So the younger you are, the bolder you'll be majority of the times. And as you grow older, people tend to start be a little bit more reserved, a little bit more reserved. But you got to be bold, right? You got to speak up, let your voice be heard. So I want you to project yourself at all times, right? Use that man voice, man, that God voice. Yes, Marlon?
Yes, miss.
It doesn't sound like you're ready yet, man. Peter, you're not doing a job. Shama, you're not doing a job, Marlon. Marlon talking to me.
Miss, I'm doing my job, miss.
Okay, okay, Peter. All right, so let's go again now, Peter. Marlon.
Yes,
Marlon.
miss.
You're almost there, man, Marlon.
Yes, miss. Yes, miss.
All right. So two things. We must have what? When we talk about higher purchase, we're talking about we're gonna have
Monthly install
monthly installments, and we're also going to have
deposit.
deposits. All right. So we're gonna have monthly installments and we're going to have deposits. So here, what's the deposit?
$69.
So it's a deposit, which is $69 plus the monthly installments. How much monthly installments?
10 months.
10. So that's 10 times 28, 50.
50 cents.
How much is that?
22,000, not 2,000, 285.
$285. All right, so we're going to be adding to find the total high purchase. It's a deposit plus the monthly installment. So you pay the deposit, and when you come on to consumer arithmetic, just be practical. Try drag the thing off the paper and put it out there in real life. You pay a deposit, and every month you go and you pay some money. So you just add both of those up, and that will tell you how much you pay for the higher purchase. All right, so it's 285 plus 69.
Mr. got 354.
354.
Yes, miss.
354. Yes, that looks correct. All right. Good morning, Nastasia. Good morning, Nastasia. All right. So I'm going to clear here. Everybody good with that? Shamaya, how are you feeling about that?
I got the same thing.
Go again?
I got the same thing.
You got the same thing. All right. Who's your teacher? Miss Shernet? Miss Parker? Samaya?
Gail.
Oh, Miss Gail. All right. So the next one is calculate the difference between the high purchase and the cash price. How do I do that, Peter?
Yes.
Calculate the difference between the high purchase price and the cash price. How do I do that?
Means you want to find the deposit and you're going to add the deposit plus the total monthly payments. Means
Look at my face. Look at my face, Peter. Tell me what difference mean, Peter.
means means takeaways.
So Peter tell me about add and Peter know what the terms they mean, man. Why Peter tell me about add? In Peter?
This it was a fluxus.
Man, and they realize that Peter pitch doesn't change even when he makes a mistake.
Yes, yes.
Right, that's what I wanted to do. Keep pitching high. Understand? Always let your voice be the voice. All right, so calculate the difference between the total high purchase, the difference between the high purchase. So you know the difference, as you say, means subtraction. So it is high purchase, and I'm going to put HP. Difference between high purchase and cash price. So that's being cash price there. And difference, subtraction. How that looks now?
Goodness.
Tell me what's the numbers that I should write down now.
Means you're gonna write this the $69 and
Oh, what's the high purchase? Peter, what is the high purchase, honey?
Can I go ahead?
Yes, Shamaya. Hold on, no, Peter, no, hold on, Shamaya.
this is the this is 785.
What is 785? The higher purchase?
Yes, miss.
When did you get 785? Oh no, miss. Yeah, no, miss, no worries. When did you get 785, Peter? For the higher purchase, didn't we work it out together?
Miss, I was at the bathroom.
It's probably two. They look like 7, miss.
What was that, Marlon?
Miss, sometimes it two look like 7, so probably I 2 and you probably think of 7.
No, he has no solution in his book. He wasn't here. Please take a picture of the solution that you have in your book, Marlon, and post it to Peter for me. Do you have Peter number?
Miss, I was just saying it in the group.
All right, so when you finish, just send it in the group. All right. All right, so go now, Samaya, since Peter don't have it. Peter.
The higher purchase than
So what's the higher purchase, honey? And that's hearing you, Samoya. I know you're speaking, but you're very low. Very, very low.
354.
Eh?
354.
354 minus what's the cash price, Peter?
It means
What's the cash price?
Miss $319.95.
Not 0.95 cents. $319.95. So you don't say point when you're dealing with dollars and cents. When it's not dollars and cents, they say 0.95. When dollars and cents, $319.95. All right, what does that give you, my darling?
It's $34.05.
Okay, $34.05. Do I write it like this?
No, 5
Right.
cents.
Okay. Is that it?
Is it?
Ah,
No,
huh? Huh?
that's 50 cents.
Okay. Okay, right. So I want you to get that part correct, you know. Get it. How to do the 5 cents. All right. Good job. All right, so I'm gonna clear that part. I'm gonna do the last question. Express the answer in II above as percentage of cash price. All right. Damara, save the best for last. Read the last question, Damara.
Express your answer in II above as a percentage of the cash price.
What's our answer in II?
Our answer in II is 34.05.
$34.05 as a percentage of what?
The cash price, which is
What's the cash price?
319.95 cents.
No, 0.95, $319.95. So we need to win with dollars and cents, you don't call the point. All right.
Yes, miss.
All right. And they say percentage means that we multiply by a
100.
100.
All right. There goes my bright students. And since I'm multiplying by 100, technically I'll have 3,405 being divided by $319.95. Is that so?
Yes, miss.
Okay. So go ahead and work that out.
Miss, I use the calculator and I got
Yes. You would be expected to use a calculator. It's paper 2, right?
Then,
I do practice you to do mental maths as much as possible. But for this, no time sitting down to work this out. Calculator.
I got 10.6462, Mr. Around
10
it off.
points. They did not
Six-
say what you're supposed to run it off to. So I would say go 1 decimal point.
10.6, miss.
Yes, I would say 10.6%, just to be safe. But the fact that they did not say what you're supposed to run it off to, 10.6 or 10 or 11 or 11, I think should be acceptable.
Yes, miss.
But I would keep it at 1 decimal place since they did not say round it off to the nearest whole number.
Telling change my miss. I just leave it the same. Miss, I only have 2 different points.
So you got 10.6 what?
64.
Okay, so 10.6 is good. All right, so that is this question. Let's see if we can do one more. And that would be it for consumer arithmetic. How do you feel about consumer arithmetic so far?
This is okay.
It's okay. Well, it should be. And let's see which one we should do. Ooh. No, we haven't done any compound interest. Let's see if I find a question on that. All right, so we're gonna focus on that one. Mistress Ray has a job. Okay, let's do the one before. So you're gonna write down, ooh, time's going. Let's do the second one as quick as possible. Mistress Ray has a job for which the basic rate of pay is $5 per hour, $5.60 per hour, and the overtime rate of pay is $8.40 per hour. During a certain week, she earns $165.20. She works 3 hours overtime. The amount she calculated the amount she earned as the basic rate. So during a certain week, she earned $165.20. How much overtime did she do? How much hours overtime? How much hours overtime did she do?
3 hours.
3 hours. All right, so this is it now. You collect your check. And when you collect your check, you realize that, oh, I've got it to $165.20. And you know that you did 3 hours overtime. 3 hours, only 3 hours. How much per hour do you get for overtime?
$8.40.
Yes, so if you do only 3 hours overtime, it is going to be 3 times $8.40, right?
Yes, miss.
How much does that give you?
$25.30.
$25.30. So out of the $165.20 that you have, you know that you get $25.30 for overtime, which means that what is your basic what is your basic wage?
Miss, with the overtime and the how much she get?
No, during a certain week, she earned $165.20. That means that's what she take home. So that
Yes,
includes
miss.
the basic
Now week.
and the overtime. So now you figure out what the overtime is. If the overtime is $25.30, what's the basic? Am I talking too fast?
No.
What would I do to find it? Peter, Tamara, Nastasia, Shamaya, and here only Marlon. Why don't leave Marlon want to fight the battle? Eh?
Let's address this.
If you bring home $165.20, right? That is what you take home when you put it down and you say, take home. Why I say Peter? And you take that home. And after you take that home, you realize that, oh, out of this money, I did 3 hours overtime. So you're trying to check to make sure everyone is correct. So let me take up the overtime that I'm supposed to get paid for. And your 3 hours overtime, you calculate it to be $25.30. That's your overtime. Your pay is made up of 2 things, your basic rate and your overtime. So you just take out your overtime. What's the basic? What's left?
$65.20. $165.20. Oh, never mind.
Marlon. Marlon,
Yes, miss.
write down $165.20 for me in your book. Somewhere, anywhere, back of your book, anywhere. Everybody do that for me.
165.20. Yes, miss.
Yes. So when you write down that 165.20, right?
Yes.
This have your basic and your overtime. Please put that down. My page is not going to hold it.
Oh,
It
this is
has
the
both. Yes, that's
Oh,
what you take home. That's everything that you take home. So you have your basic money
oh.
plus your overtime.
I thought this what was. I thought that the $165.20 was like what you
Her
get with the
basic.
overtime.
No, man, see them tell you, during a certain week, she earned.
Me know
So
for
that
know.
means everything. If it was basic alone, they had to be specific, to say that it's basic alone because they would have misled you. You understand?
Yes, miss. Miss $139.90.
All right, how you get the 139.9 cents now? Ask your
Mine,
classmate if they understand for me, please.
you understand? Or we get $139.90.
Can I go back again, please? Go back over here, please.
So once
So come on, Marlon, 165.20, what does it stand for?
the basic rate and the overtime.
Good. What is the overtime? What do you know the overtime to be?
Yes?
What is the overtime?
$25.30.
$25.30. So
Yes, sir.
if that gone into overtime over there, what's left to be the basic?
Yes, you have to
See that,
minus.
Samaya? Samaya, see that?
No, miss.
So your money that you take home. Here they tell you, look at the question, Samaya. They tell you that she earned, how much she earned in a particular week?
$165.
Uh-huh. And how much did she earn out of that in overtime? So this is what you take home. Put your microphone on mute. Thank you, Shamaya. This is what you take home. How much out of what you take home did you get as overtime? $25.30. So see, overtime, $25.30. So you're just gonna write down what's left. 3 from 2 can't, 3 from 12, 9. 5 from 14, 9. 2 from 5, 3. $139.90. The number of hours she worked at basic rate. So if she earns $139.90, it's like I telling you that 3 things cost. I telling you that um you come here bought some eggs and I tell you that the cost of one is $20. And you want to know how much eggs I can get. You would say divide this $139.90 by 20. All right. So you working for the persons, they tell you that your basic rate is £5.60. $5.60, right? So because it's $5.60, you want to figure out how much overtime hours you work basic. You're just gonna divide by $5.60. I'm just explaining because we're out of time. All right. And that will give us the number of hours work. So if you want to find the number of hours work, you can write this down. To find the number of hours work, we divide the basic wage by the basic rate. To find the number of hours work, the basic rate wage, the basic money that you take home, that's without overtime. So the basic wage, which is the $169.90 in this case. So that's your basic wage is the money you take home without overtime. So you can write that down too, because they need to know these things. They need to be embedded in you, become a part of you. So the basic wage is what you earn without overtime. Good. And if you know the basic wage and the basic rate, as in how much they are paying you per hour, then you can use that to find the number of hours you work. So to find the number of hours work, it is the basic wage divided by the basic rate. So it's how much you take home, divided by how much you're paying you per hour. And if you want to find the basic rate, then it's the basic wage divided by the basic hours. The amount that you work, divided by the number of hours. All right? Anyone get the answer for this? Anyone get the answer for this part? You like me alone in this class now. Sure, man. Marlon.
I'm sorry for some things.
Okay. Anyone get the answer?
Wait.
Peter,
Oh, this is
Mara, Samaya, Anastasia.
24.9.
How much? 20?
4.9.
You sure? So technically 25
it's 24 or 25.
All right. So it's 4 minutes past 7. You got to get ready for school. So thanks again for joining us here at Mathematics Resource Center. This is the last set of questions that we're doing on consumer arithmetic. I will definitely try and do something for. Now I have some videos on the channel for compound interest. So you need to go on the channel, watch those videos on compound interest, answer the questions in those videos, and prepare yourself for compound interest. There's simple interest as well, so you need to get those, to watch those so that you're very rounded on compound interest, all right? Because that's the only one that we haven't covered. Everyone okay? Everyone okay so far?
Yes, miss.
All right. Have yourself a superb day. Remember to be polite, to be friendly, to be nice, to be respectful, and in everything you do, put God first. All right?
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, Damara gets a different answer. What's your answer, Damara? 6.52?